In May 2022, my wife Stephanie Highsmith and I celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary with a 3-week trip to Croatia and Bosnia. It was my first overseas trip in more than 2 years, after returning from Bangladesh in February 2020, just as Asia was shutting down for COVID. I wasn't expecting to write about the trip. After all, it was a vacation, but I soon became fascinated by the region, its rich history, its tragic conflicts, its complex ethnic mix. This essay is entitled Bosnia's Very Short Coastline. Even for the Balkans, a region with more than its fair share of crazy national borders, it's an oddity, a 12-mile stretch of Bosnia on the coast of Croatia. Cobbled together at the 1995 Dayton Accords after 4 years of inter-ethnic conflict, Bosnia and Herzegovina is hardly a maritime nation. It has no navy or merchant fleet. There's just one town, Neum, population 3,000, on its coast. Most of the boats in its small harbour look as if they're kitted out for sports fishing or island-hopping parties, not for international commerce. Travelling south on the coast road to the ancient walled city of Dubrovnik, the top tourist destination on Croatia's Adriatic coast, you need to show your passport twice, on entering Bosnia and on re-entering Croatia. Usually it's a cursory check to make sure the people in the vehicle match their passport pictures. However, now that Croatia has joined the European Union, which allows border-free travel among its members, the border police need to scan passports. That will hold up traffic on this busy route. How did Bosnia end up with a short stretch of Adriatic coastline? And why is the Dubrovnik region cut off from the rest of Croatia? As with most territorial issues in the Balkans, it's a quirk of history. For centuries, the Ottoman Empire was the dominant power in the Balkans. The Ottomans hoped to conquer Central Europe, but the Habsburg armies defeated them at the Battle of Kahlenberg near Vienna in 1683. At the Treaty of Karlowitz in 1699, the Ottomans gave up Hungary, Transylvania, and Slavonia to the Habsburgs and their Polish allies. On the Adriatic coast, they ceded territory to the Habsburgs' allies, the Venetian Empire. Venice's main trading rival was the Republic of Dubrovnik. Since the 15th century, the city-state had become a major trading port and maritime power, with the third largest navy in the Mediterranean. Dubrovnik's ruling elite maintained independence by making deals with the dominant powers. They recognized Ottoman authority in return for protection and trading privileges in the empire. After the Ottomans were defeated in 1683, they also accepted the sovereignty of the Habsburg kings. As long as both empires let Dubrovnik alone to keep trading and making money, everyone was happy with the arrangement. Everyone except Dubrovnik's arch-trading rival Venice. After Venice captured part of Dubrovnik's inland territory, the city feared the Venetians would surround it and cut off its inland trade. After recapturing the territory, Dubrovnik's leaders cleverly decided to create a buffer zone, handing over a chunk of coastline to the Ottoman province of Bosnia. The Venetians had no qualms about attacking Dubrovnik, but would not run the risk of invading Ottoman territory. Even as other Balkan borders shifted over the next 3 centuries, Bosnia retained possession of the short coastal strip. The business community of Bosnia's only port, Neum, took full advantage of its location. Prices for hotel rooms, restaurant meals and groceries are cheaper than in Croatia, so the town is a popular rest stop for travellers and tourist buses, whose drivers receive what we'll politely call commissions for taking a lunch or dinner break at a particular restaurant, which may be next door to the store where passengers are offered, quote, a special price. Neum's commercial advantage ended in July 2023 when Croatia completed construction of the 1.5-mile Pelješac Bridge. It spans the channel from the mainland to the Pelješac Peninsula, where new access roads and tunnels connect with the Dubrovnik Road. It adds a few miles to the trip, but travellers avoid border controls. The project was mired in controversy since it was first mooted in the late 1990s. Some Bosnian politicians claimed the bridge would cut off its access to international waters, with one group of MPs calling on Croatia to, quote, stop attacking the sovereignty of Bosnia and Herzegovina as a maritime state. Leaving aside the question of whether 12 miles of coastline makes a country a maritime state, Croatia pointed out that Neum's small harbour cannot accommodate large ships, and that its fishing and pleasure boats can pass easily under the 180-foot-high bridge. While the political wrangling went on, construction costs climbed to an estimated $400 million, most of it funded by the European Union. Croatia pulled out all the ceremonial stops for the formal opening. Runners raced across the bridge, while small boats with Croatian flags sailed under it. The first vehicle to cross was a Croatian-made electric car. "Tonight we are uniting Croatia," declared Croatia's Prime Minister.